And my goal, which is not certain and it may change, is to finish the Celeste and Balatro mashup by the end of May. Yeah, I don't think that's really happening. So hello everyone, my name is Nier, and I'm making a fan game of Celeste and Balatro mixing mechanics of both games. So you do platforming like in Celeste, while at the same time increasing your score like in Balatro. This may sound confusing, and it kind of is, but it's a lot simpler than it looks. If the project feels interesting to you, you can check out the other videos that I made. There's a playlist where you can watch all the videos in order to get a better understanding of the game. And you know, if you enjoy the content, I'd really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. But if you've been here before and you know what the project is, then welcome to another Celeste and Balatro mashup devlog. I just noticed that in the intro I made it sound like I was gonna kill the game. Don't worry guys, I'm not gonna kill the game, but I'm probably not gonna have it finished by the end of the month. There's still quite a few features that I need to add, and I need to add a bit more content. Well, I think it's more than just a bit. But that's what these devlogs are for, to show you the progress that I've done. Except I don't have any progress. Yet. I'm doing this devlog a bit differently from others. Usually what I do is make all the features that I want to show in the devlog. I add them to the game and then I start recording. This time I'll be recording as I go. I'm gonna make the features while also making the video at the same time. I don't know if this is gonna make the recording process easier. I don't know if it will be better, worse, or the same. I think it's a little bit better for me to remember things that I've done, because sometimes I would forget exactly what I did. It's a bit messy, I don't know how to explain, you guys don't even care about this. So let's talk about what really matters, which is the game. First of all, I added 2 new upgrades. Quick recap of what upgrades are. Right now we have Strawberry, Timer, and Flag. When you get a Strawberry in a level, you get a few chips. There's a timer that is constantly increasing, and the longer you take, the fewer chips you're gonna get at the end of the level. The Flag only gives you chips and mult when you finish the level. All these values can be increased by using upgrade cards. It's basically the same as using blended cards in Balatro. And now I added a dash bonus. I know exactly what you're thinking. Neo, you're so good at making games. Please explain what the dash bonus is. First of all, thank you very much. I will now explain what it is. It's a new way to get chips when you finish the level. We have this counter that increases when the player dashes. If you finish the level without exceeding the limit, you get more chips. But there's kind of a catch. When you die, the strawberries and the timer will reset. The dash counter does not. I don't want deaths to feel like some sort of safety net. This is a feature I actually thought of when I first started the project, then I decided it was not necessary, but I think it's good to add some depth to the gameplay. And don't worry, the limit does take into account the fact that it doesn't reset, so you can die a few times without having to worry about losing the chips. And because of this new feature, I added 2 new upgrade cards. The same way you can improve the chips from the timer and the strawberry, you can also improve the chips you gain from this dash bonus, and the dash limit itself. And of course, new mechanics means that I can make more jokers. I even made a boss line about this mechanic. But because I added a new way to get chips, I had to reduce the other ones. So the timer and the flag don't give as many chips as they used to. But in average, you should get about the same amount of chips. On my last video I talked about some Balatro mechanics that I added. Boss blinds, vouchers, tags, all that stuff. But you may notice that something is missing. There will be tarot cards and spectral cards. These cards can be bought and usually stored for when you want to use them. Mostly they improve your cards and your jokers with enhancements. Or they can give you a sense of hope that they will do something good, but even if you have that stupid dice, they will do absolutely nothing and make you waste your pack. Screw you, Wheel of Fortune. I'm sorry. Now, because most of the tarot cards are about improving your deck, that creates a problem. Because we kind of don't have a deck. But not to worry, because I have a lot of great and fun ideas for tarot cards. So let's focus on designing cards for now. Just like boss lines, I'm not gonna copy the exact same cards from Balatro, so we need to find something else to use. The tarot cards that are used in Balatro are part of the Major Arcana. The Major Arcana is a set of 23 cards that are used in tarot, and they're tarot cards. I don't know how tarot works. But if there's a Major Arcana, then there's a Minor Arcana. That would be pretty funny. Oh my god, it actually exists. Well, I guess we'll be using cards from the Minor Arcana then. The Minor Arcana is a deck that consists of 4 suits, each of them having cards that number from 2 to 10, an ace, a king, a queen. These are just playing cards, aren't they? Well, I don't think we can use this one. Probably for the best, because as a YouTuber I shouldn't be doing anything related to minors. But thankfully I have another idea. What if I use mythology? How does that relate to tarot cards? It doesn't, but I don't care. The idea is to make cards based on what the gods represent. So like thunder for Zeus, sea for Poseidon, wine for Dionysus, I suppose? There's like 12 gods in Olympus and there's a few more that I can use, so I think this works. The use of Greek gods is in no way related to a certain game that I've been playing that I really like. So the first thing I did was to design the card. I kept the card's aesthetic very close to tarot cards, and now I need to make the design for each card. I only made one so far, which is thunder. It has the symbol of a thunder and lightning's in the background, and I think it's pretty cool. But we need to add it to the game. So with my terrible code, I made it so you can buy these cards in the shop just like every other card, and they will go into the consumable slot. And well, Well, these cards are consumables, which means you can use them at any time, almost any time. Some can be used at literally any time in the game, but others require you to select cards. Something you cannot do if you're, for example, selecting a blind. It all depends on the card. But I hear you asking, what will the Thunder card do? The Thunder card lets you destroy a random joker and create another random joker. So it's a bit RNG based, but who doesn't love a little bit of gambling? And what about the other gods of Olympus? Well, I don't have many ideas for tarot cards. Tarot cards in Balatro improve your cards, which are a permanent buff, but any ability I can think of for this mashup is either too weak to be temporary or too strong to be permanent. If you have any ideas, let me know because I'm kinda stuck here. And while I think of that, let's look at the next item on our list, which is level design. Oh my god. So if you're not a game developer, maybe you won't understand this, but level design sucks. Oh, but making a level is easy. No, it isn't. Level design is one of the hardest parts of game development. You gotta make levels that are fun and engaging to play. And Celeste does this well because the levels are really thought out and very well made. I already made level design in the past on my other games, but of course it's nothing too crazy. And now I'll have to do it again for this game, and I'll try to do my best. But it's something I've been putting off for a while because of how hard it is. So let me tell you what the plan for level design is. Currently we only have 3 levels, which is bad. Of course we need more variety, and for someone who hasn't played Celeste they're kind of hard. So my idea is to ease in the player on the levels. This means that earlier antes will have easier levels, and the further you progress, the harder the levels will get. Another thing I thought of is to make the levels bigger. It can get a little cramped up to make it in such a small space, so making them a bit more open is also good, and it allows me to add more strawberries. And something else I thought of is to make the strawberries have a small chance of not appearing. I think that will help with variety in the levels, and make it so that sometimes you get an unlucky level, which means that rerolling a level will make sense. I also have other ideas, but I'll talk about them in a future devlog. And I'm ending this one right here. Level design is gonna take me a while, and I don't know when I'm gonna be done with that. So if you like the video, I really appreciate if you like and subscribe, and check out the other videos if you're interested in this project. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.